in Ibadan, the Oyo State capital, the pace-setter state. Can we please be on our feet as we take the national anthem? Please be seated. Good morning. Ẹ káàárọ̀, mommy. Ẹ káàárọ̀, daddy. Ṣé dáadáa lẹ jí? Thank you, ma. A warm welcome, the Executive Secretary, Pension Transitional Arrangement Directorate, Ptad. Ptad Executive Management, other Ptad staff, distinguished guests from PENCOM, the Office of the Accountant General of the Federation, National Salaries, Income and Wages Commission, Servicom, the Ministry of Establishment and Training, as well as the Secretary to the State Government of Oyo State, the EXCO and other members of the National NUP and other pension unions well represented from across the Southwest. Welcome to Day 2 of Ptad Southwest Pensioners Stakeholders Forum, holding in Ibadan, the capital of the pace-setter state, Oyo State. The Executive Secretary, Ma, permit me to stand on already established protocols from day 1. Thank you, Ma. Today is an extra exciting day for the Executive Secretary, Dr. Chioma Ejikeme, as she will be formally introducing the I Am Alive confirmation solution to our dear pensioners. Please, with a warm round of applause, let's welcome the Executive Secretary of Ptad, Dr. Chioma Ejikeme, for the introduction and brief remarks on the I Am Alive confirmation solution.
They just said to me, Eka Roma. By the time we leave here, we'll convert everybody to the Southwest. Southwest Eka Ro. Southwest Eka Ro. Ṣàlàáfíà ni. Ṣó ń sùn dáadáa. Ṣó ti jẹun láàárọ̀ ẹ̀? Aha. Kindly permit me to stand on the existing protocol that we had established yesterday. All our major stakeholders, our very distinguished and highly revered and valued pensioners, and executives of all the pension unions here present, we heartily welcome you again to Day 2 of our Southwest stakeholder engagement. This Day 2 has 2 exciting things happening. The first one, like she has earlier said, is the introduction to the Southwest of our I'm Alive confirmation solution, which I had mentioned yesterday is a web-based solution to enable pensioners confirm their aliveness from the comfort of their homes using smartphones or a computer system. Now, let me start by telling you how this works. They are going to elaborate on that, but I'll just give you a brief outline. It actually involves your using your phone to take a photograph of yourself. You first of all impute certain data. And what you're going to impute is your pension number. You now see an object that is moving, which you have to follow. You have to follow that object. After which you get confirmed, and a text message is sent to your phone to tell you that your confirmation is successful. I will just highlight on the things that are important for you not to give away. Because the way this solution is, some of you might not be able to do it yourself. You might have to use your children, your grandchildren, friends, relations, neighbors, or maybe even a business center within your locality. It is still better than moving from Ibadan to Lagos for a verification, field verification that would have been the alternative. I had mentioned all of this yesterday. The alternative to confirming that you are still alive and well and eligible to receive pension is to call you people from time to time for a field verification exercise. You people all know how stressful that is. You have to travel from long distances with the inconvenience and all of that to the location where we are having the verification. However comfortable we make this verification exercise for you, it would still be stressful for you. And we do not want to stress our senior citizens. So we want you to stay in your bedroom, call your grandchild or your son once in whatever the periodicity is, and they will help you out in the event that you cannot help yourself. But I'm sure some of you have carried out the confirmation this morning. Am I right? And how did you find it? How did you find it, Southwest? You like it? Good. Network. You see, that's another thing. That was what I was saying. You know, sometimes you won't have network where you are in the village. But still, maybe if you move 1 kilometer out of that, your village space, you will get network. It is still better than traveling from Ibadan to Lagos for a field verification exercise. And it's not something that is going to happen very regularly like that. You know, for you to be saying, I have to go and travel out 1 kilometer. And moreover, at this age, to keep alive, try and move around once in a while. You know, move around, get out of your space, even if it's 1 kilometer, refresh yourself, and you know, just keep going. At this point in life, keep going. That's where we are now, until when God says it's time. And now we know for all the faces I'm seeing here, there's still a very long time for when God is going to say it's time. Amen. Amen. So, when you're going to impute any of this information, one thing we want to tell you here is that your BVN is not needed. Just in case, and please, that's why we have this kind of an engagement. You help us spread the word. Your friends who are pensioners, your relations who are also pensioners under Ptad, help us spread the word to them. We don't require your BVN. And if anybody is telling you you need BVN for this I'm alive confirmation, tell them they're all long back. The other thing we don't need are your card details. You know, the ATM card that you have. They will say, no, you have to bring your ATM card number and your PIN that you use to collect money. Ptad does not need your ATM card number. And we don't need your PIN. Because we don't want fraudsters to hack into this good thing we want to do for you. So it's very, very important that you are on the alert and that you make sure that nobody tells you what we have not said. You know, one thing we've noticed is that people have a penchant to change what we have said into what we didn't say. That is why we are accessible. We have our communication channels. When in doubt, call Ptad. When in doubt, get in touch with Ptad. That way, we'll make sure we'll direct you appropriately. Now, the other issue is that some people will say, what about people who are blind? How can they, because we have pensioners who are blind. Okay, how can they now see that moving object to be able to confirm their aliveness? We also have the fingerprint option. We have the fingerprint option, which they will describe to you. It requires a device, which I'm sure some business centers will have. And there's no way, it's something that will happen once in a period of time. So you will always find a way to get that done. It will still be more convenient than having you travel a very long distance for a field verification exercise. Now, in the very, very unlikely event that you've lost both your hands, cut off, and you're also blind, it's a very unlikely event, and we don't wish it on any of our pensioners. I have said it yesterday, that our mobile verification will continue. There would certainly be people who will be on our database as infirm people who we will continuously go to confirm their aliveness anytime it is due for that. So if you know any such person, get in touch with us. We will make sure we put such people who would not be able to get their confirmation done on their own on our database of people who will constantly have to do a mobile verification for. Ptad intends to have a kind of training for the pension unions and the pension desk officers. You know, because for every organization or institution that you retired from, they still have the pension officers there. And most of the time when you have issues, these are the people you go to go and complain to about us. Ptad did this, Ptad did that, and they now reach out to us. So after that training, it would be like a train the trainers thing. So they would now be able to even help you confirm. So you can walk into a pension union office and get your confirmation done in that pension union office. So the options are going to be there to make sure that we don't run into problems with this situation. And for now, Ptad is not removing anybody from the payroll as a result of having not participated in the AMA Life. Because next thing now, the panic will be all over the place. Ah, I didn't do my AMA Life, oh, they will remove him from the payroll. We are not doing that now. When it gets to the point when we are going to be removing people from the payroll as a result of participation in their AMA Life confirmation process, we will let you know. And we have also put the responsibility on the pension unions. If you find yourself and you eventually get removed from the payroll, blame your pension union. Why do I say so? Before we remove people from the payroll, even in the year 2020, when we removed about 21,000 pensioners for non-verification from the payroll, we sent their names to all the relevant agencies. And we said to them, These people did not present themselves for verification. If you know who they are, please let them know. If they are still alive and well, let them know that Ptad requires for them to get in touch with us to be verified. Failing which, in the next, was it 6 months we gave them? 3 months, yes. In the next 3 months, we will remove them from the payroll. So we gave adequate notice. We circulated the names to all the relevant pension unions, all the relevant organizations. They got back to us. Some of them, they said, this man is still alive, and we got in touch, verified. Some of them, they said they don't know where they are. Some of them, and that was, at that point, I said to the pension unions, the important thing and your motto now should be, know your pensioner. Ptad pays 1% of your pension to the pension unions as check of dues. And that is what should make you demand for them to know who you are and present yourselves to them. Don't shy away from the pension union. They do a lot to make sure that you get what is your due. I know how they harass us. But some of you shy away from them. You don't know that they exist. And as a result, you don't get carried along with what they are doing. But I have, they are within their locality. Because that person has not confirmed their aliveness. We're going to be writing a list of those people to the pension unions. And we tell them, please, what is happening to this person? He or she has not confirmed his or her aliveness. And he or she is not on our database of the people we are supposed to do mobile verification for. What is happening? So when they don't give us a feedback, then we are now armed to remove that pensioner from the payroll. But whether we are going to be removing pensioners from the payroll as a result of not participating in their I'm Alive confirmation solution or not, we are certainly in their I'm Alive confirmation solution or not, we are certainly going to be removing pensioners from the payroll. Because that is the only way we are going to be able to maintain the integrity of our payroll. The more you have deceased pensioners in the payroll, the more they are eating into the money we're supposed to use to take care of you, because they are not entitled to the pension. I keep telling the press when they ask me about ghost pensioners, I say, yes, we have ghost pensioners. But the ghost pensioners we have on our payroll now are real ghosts, because they are dead people. And we don't know that they are dead. And we're still paying them pension. So this is the only way we'll be able to resolve that anomaly. But what we're doing now is the pilot stage. And the pilot is to make sure that this particular solution is acceptable to all of you. We're not going to force anything on you. We want you to be sure that it's acceptable to you. We want to be sure it is convenient for you. We want to be sure it is user-friendly. We already know it is cost-effective, both for government and for the pensioner. So we have no doubt in our minds that it is the way forward to make sure that this particular solution is successful. We also would appreciate constructive criticism. If you have seen any drawback, we are not the absolute reservoirs of knowledge. If we were, we would just do I'm Alive and tell people about it. We are not. And that's why we are having a pilot scheme, to test it on you. You are the ones who are going to use it. Let us know, what are the challenges that you're having with it? Is there any problem? So that we can go back to the drawing board and tweak it to make sure that everybody is comfortable with this solution. Now that's part one. My colleagues will come to explain in detail what the I'm Alive solution is all about, in the step-by-step process and all of that, so that it will be clear to everyone. Now, the second thing is, like I told you all yesterday, we are launching the Oyo State office of Ptad today. We're commissioning it today. That is the office in Ibadan. There's a story I said I will reserve for today. I like telling stories though. Ibadan is my good luck town, and I'll tell you why. In 1997, I was at the UCH Ibadan as a registrar, carrying out my residency program in the Department of Public Health in the University College Hospital, Ibadan. And I had gone to a village called Ibora. You know Ibora? Too many snakes there. Oh. Eh? You know Ibora? Eh? And twins, yes, because one day Iran gone new. Inyo. One day Inyo gone, and studies have shown that Tobati Inyo po. A beji everywhere. Ibora, so Igbo, Igbora, Igbo ora, Igbo. So I loved that village. It was a very, very, I don't even know how to describe Ibora. I really loved it because the UCH had a public health, outlet there. And we used to go on posting in Ibora. So I was at the posting in Ibora. In fact, the accommodation they used to give us, the flats they used to give us there, one important thing is that you had to make sure you stopped the under of the door. The door. If not, you and snakes will fight in the night. So, but it was a very exciting place. The village was just pure and serene. And, I have very good memories of Ibora. So, but what I used to do then, because like I told you people, I'm an Omoiko, every Friday I will pack my bags and go back to Lagos. But every Monday I'll come back to Ibadan or Ibora, as the case may be. So one of these Fridays, I had packed my bag and I was waiting for the person who normally comes to take me back to Lagos. He had come in from Lagos. So when he came in, he had a letter for me. I still had a lot of my things in my flat. So I had just taken my small bag to go back to Lagos. So when he came that day, he gave me a letter. And the letter said, look, pack all your things and start coming back. Don't leave anything behind because you have just been appointed a commissioner for health in Anambra State. I was in a village called Ibora. I'm telling you, it was the last thing on my mind. So that good luck that Ibadan brought to me, it will get back to all of you. So Ibadan and Ibora, they hold a very special place in my heart. I would like to, at this point, express my profound gratitude to the governor of Oyo State, Engineer Seyi Makinde, His Excellency Engineer Seyi Makinde, for offering us a place. The gratitude also goes to the head of service of the Oyo State government and the secretary to the Oyo State government for offering us the office space we are going to commission today. It is on record that where we have all our offices in the states, it is the state governments that offer us the space that we use for the Ptad offices. We are highly grateful to the Oyo State government for making this possible for us. I would also like to appreciate His Excellency Governor Seyi Makinde, because yesterday I was at the pensioners radio station. I'll talk about that immediately after this. And I was reliably informed that Governor Seyi Makinde is a pensioner-friendly governor, that he pays pensions. Am I right or wrong? So give him a round of applause. And I want to at this point encourage the pension unions. I think it is time you should start recognizing the pensioner-friendly governors and call them out. Appreciate them and encourage them. It would also be an inspiration for the ones who are not pensioner-friendly. But when you keep quiet, they all think we're all doing the same thing and everybody is happy about it. When you're having your national, your yearly pensioners day, give one of them an award for being a pensioner-friendly governor and encourage that governor. Let other governors emulate. Having said that, I also want to congratulate the Oyo branch of the Nigerian Union of Pensioners, and especially the PRO, Comrade Abaton. Is he here today? He hasn't come. The Jagaban of pensioners. Is he here? Okay. He's outside. He had better come in to hear what I'm saying. You know, yesterday I was highly, highly impressed. I saw Chekhov dues in motion. I went to the radio station at the Oyo State Pensioners House, a huge edifice built by pensioners, for pensioners, and they had a radio station, pensioners radio station. I think it must be the first of its kind. But I'm not surprised. Ibadan has always been first of its kind. Am I right or wrong? The first television station in the whole of West Africa. In the whole of Africa. This is the cradle of civilization. Good. So I wasn't surprised, neither was I disappointed. It was what I expected. So I want to congratulate you people for all what you're doing to make sure that the labor of our heroes past shall not be in vain. Thank you all very much, and I wish you all journeying mercies back to your respective destinations. Thank you.
Thank you very much, the Executive Secretary Ptad, Dr. Choma Ejikeme. We can give her a stronger round of applause. So much that she has given us this morning. I told you that she's quite excited about this, and indeed, this excitement, I'm sure, is shared by everybody in this hall. So many things that she has said, but let me just quickly highlight. No BVN is needed for this I Am Alive confirmation process. Don't share your card details. For all of you who participated in the process, you notice that the only two information that were requested was your pensioner number and your bank account number, nothing else. So please, heed the warning of the Executive Secretary. Now, she also said that we'll have various presentations on the I Am Alive confirmation. Let me at this time welcome with a very warm round of applause to the Director, Pensioner Support Services Department. This is Nneka Obiamalo. She will be talking about the I Am Alive confirmation processes.
Good morning. The Executive Secretary, please permit me to stand on the protocols established yesterday. Our invited guests, esteemed pensioners, good morning. I don't have any story to tell, oh. I am not as eloquent as my boss. So my job is going to be very simple and straightforward. I'm going to show you how the I'm Alive process works. It's very important for us that pensioners are able to do their I'm Alive confirmation themselves. The whole application, the whole solution has been built as simply as possible because we really want you to be able to do it yourself. And we recognize too that you may need some assistance, but the main purpose is for you to be able to do it yourself. So I'm going to go through the process so that you see it and understand it. You are getting it from the horse's mouth, in effect. You are seeing it yourself, how it has been designed. And we hope that with that information, you would be able to share it with other pensioners and other people so that you have seen it, you know exactly how it works, and you can help us spread that message forward. When I finish the presentation, we'll show you another short video that again explains the process. Now, I know most of you have already done the I'm Alive, but we still think it's important that you see how it goes. So where's my presentation? Okay. So we start from the beginning. You recall the ES emphasized the point that I'm Alive is intended to make sure that going forward, you don't have to do field verification again. So I'm Alive is for only pensioners that are verified. It means that you have come for a field verification. We have captured your details. We have captured your employment records. Everything about you is on our database. Then you can do the I'm Alive. If you are not verified, you cannot do the I'm Alive. If you are not verified by Ptad, between 2014 and today, you cannot do I'm Alive. It's only those ones that have been verified and that are on our database that can do this I'm Alive confirmation process. So that's the first point. The second point to note is that you need either a phone or a computer. So when they talk about, oh, it's a web-based solution, basically what we're saying is that any system that can go to the internet can do I'm Alive. Do you understand what I'm saying? If you have a phone and you can go to the internet using that phone, or you have a computer and you can go to the internet, then you can do the I'm Alive. Okay? That's the next important point. And because it is using the internet, it means that wherever you are, in Nigeria or outside of Nigeria, you should be able to do it once you have internet access. Once you have internet access, you are able to do your I'm Alive confirmation. There are two options. ES spoke about this. Option one is the facial I'm Alive confirmation. I think some of you have already done that today. Option 2, if the facial does not work, option 2 is the fingerprint option. It's what we refer to as the assisted option, because it means that you probably have to go to a business center to do it. So you have two options, facial option and the fingerprint option. For the fingerprint option, you need this device. Can you see this? Can you see this thing? I'm pressing this red light on, this fingerprint device. This fingerprint device is what you need. Here it is here, this one here, for you to do a print option, and that's why we are calling it the assisted option. Most likely, you will need to go to a business center that has that device and do your I'm Alive there. But your first option should be the facial option. It's easy, it's straightforward, and you can do it yourself. Okay? Now, where do you start when you want to do your I'm Alive confirmation? So Ptad has started this. So, you know, right now we're doing just the test phase. So we have 50,000 pensioners we have selected. Those 50,000 are the ones that are testing the application. And all of you that are invited to stakeholder, we also make sure that you are able to test the application. But when we've tested it and it's all over and we're ready to now go live with it, and Ptad calls for you to do your I'm Alive, where do you start? You start by going to Ptad website. So Ptad website is what I'm showing on the screen right now. www.ptad.gov.ng. So you go to Ptad website, and on Ptad website, you look for this I Am Alive on the website. You look for I Am Alive on the website. You can see it here, I Am Alive. Now the website, when you go with a computer, is different from when you go with your phone. This is what it looks like when you go with your phone to the website. The website looks like this, and you have to scroll down for you to see I Am Alive. But if you are using a computer, you see it immediately. You get to that first page of the website. Are you with me? Okay. So once you click on I Am Alive, it takes you to this page that shows you the steps for the I Am Alive confirmation. So what we have done here is that we have described it step by step, everything that you must do to complete your I'm Alive. The intention is for you to be able to take your time, read it, understand it before you start the I Am Alive confirmation process itself. So you scroll down to the end, and at the end of the page, you see where it says I Am Alive. So you have read everything, you have understood all the different steps, and the two different steps are there. Both the facial confirmation step is described. That's the first. The first one shows you the facial confirmation here. Then the second one is the fingerprint confirmation, and it describes it step by step. So once you scroll down and you are ready to start your I'm Alive confirmation, you click on this, proceed to I Am Alive confirmation. And when you press, it takes you to where I'm Alive. This is the page to start your I'm Alive. Are you with me? Okay. Now, it asks you to enter your pensioner verification number. As ES explained, the pensioner verification number is the number that was given to you when you came for field verification with Ptad. And I'll show you, if you are a civil service pensioner, for instance, on that your pensioner verification slip, just below pensioner data, you have pensioner number. And that's where you find your pensioner verification number. If you are customs, immigration, and prisons, it looks like this also. The page looks like this. If you are police, I think it also looks a bit like this. So immediately after personal data, you see pensioner number, and then you see the pensioner number. If you are parastatal, the page looks like this. You have it the same place, personal data, and then the first line, pensioner number. It is that pensioner number that we're asking you to put into the system here when you want to start your I'm Alive confirmation. So once you type in your pensioner number, it will receive it, and then it will ask you for your account number. If your pensioner number is not correct, or we don't recognize it, you cannot move to the next step. It has to first recognize your pensioner number before it then asks you for your account number. And then you now type in your account number. When you type in your account number, it will show you your picture and your name. It will show you that picture that was taken of you when you came for field verification. I'm sure some of you recognized it. The picture that they took of you when you came for your field verification and your name. Please be sure that it's you that is showing on the system before you move forward, because you want to confirm that you are alive. So it has to show your picture and it has to show your name. Recognize it, and you are ready to move to the next step. Are you with me? Thank you. So now when you move to the next step, it's going to ask you to take a picture of yourself. So what they are calling selfie. So you have to hold the phone, or you have to sit in front of the computer where the computer camera can see you, and you take a picture of yourself. Now, we've noticed that sometimes it's not very successful if you take a picture where there isn't sufficient light. It has to be a very clear picture of your face. You can see your eyes, you can see your ears. The picture has to be clear. So you have to make sure you stand somewhere where there is sufficient light for a clear picture to be taken. So that the system recognizes your face and then can now compare your face with the one database in Ptad. So very important that your picture is a clear picture, and it takes a picture of your whole face. Once it takes a picture of your face, you see it to say verifying. At that point, it is now running your picture against the picture on the database, and when it confirms that you are the one, it will now ask you to run a liveness check. So run a live that the system now wants to see you move. So you see that ball will appear, this ball here, it will appear, and it will move across, it will move down, it will move across, it will move. And what the system wants you to do is move your head. If you move your eyes, it's not a liveness check. You have to move your head from one place to the other. So left, right, down, like this. You have to move your face, the system to recognize that you are alive. If you use a photograph, if you use a video, it will not work. It has to be you, and it has to be you moving for you to be able to confirm that you are alive. Once you are able to do that, you get success. Successful confirmation. Are you with me? Many of you have already done this, so you've seen it for yourself, live, how it works. So when you get the confirmation, you can send the confirmation to your email, if you have an email, or you can send it to your phone as a text message. Or you can print it out if you have access to a printer and keep it as your own confirmation you have done your aliveness check. In case anybody asks, have you done it? Yes, I have. I have the or I have the confirmation email, or see, I printed it out. I have done it. That tells us that you are alive, you are well, and you should continue to receive your pension. Now, if you cannot do the facial, for some reason it's not working, it's not going through, you can always try the fingerprint option. And the fingerprint option is, you have to go to the website, you go to I'm Alive, you click on I'm Alive, it takes you to those steps. You now go to the second option. Now, on the second option, the fingerprint option requires you to download something. It requires you to download something from the system. That will be downloaded, it will be saved on your computer, and that's what it uses to do the I'm Alive. That's why we are calling it the assisted version, because you need somebody that knows something about IT and computers and all of that. Once it is on your system, you type your pensioner verification number, you type your account number. Once it accepts it, this is what you see. Then the device is attached to the computer. When the device is ready to be used, it will ask you to put your fingerprint. When you put your fingerprint, you get success. You put your fingerprint, you get success. So, you know, the fingerprint is a little bit more technical, but the most important thing for you to know with the fingerprint version is that you need a fingerprint device and you need a computer. Fingerprint does not work with the phone. Are you hearing me? Fingerprint does not work with the phone. It works only with the computer. So, I think I have described the whole process to you. I hope you all understand it. Like I said, what we're hoping for is that by showing you now formally what the process looks like, you can also help some of your other colleagues who are pensioners and who are not here to also test it and see how it works. We really believe this is the way forward. ES has said it. I think we said it right when we were doing verification. That verification, the last verification we did was the last verification we're going to do. We're not going to do this business of calling everybody out and making pensioners go through all that stress of verification. It's not worth the money, the time, the effort. So this has replaced that verification. You can now sit in the comfort of your homes, wherever you reside, and confirm to Ptad that you are alive and that you are well and that you can continue to receive your pension. Do you agree with me that the system is simple? Thank you. Do you agree that it's easy to use? Would you agree that it's convenient? So if those three things we agree, then we have to make sure that it works. So what we need from you is for you to test it. If you're among those testers, give us back your feedback. Anything you think that we need to tweak to make it a little bit better, we're happy to hear from you to make sure that by the time we do go live, we're all on the same page. We agree that it's a system that works and it's a system that's going to be convenient for your use. Thank you. I think that's it. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mrs. Nneka Obiamalu, for that presentation. You will agree that looking at the steps, technology did some videos to show you the process, even though you've taken part in it, but it's just to further help push the message along. So, for the I Am Alive confirmation test, pilot test, I'll be inviting the Deputy Director, Information Technology Department, Ms. Judy Membo, to handle this particular session. Please, a round of applause for her, please.
Good morning, the Executive Secretary, our esteemed pensioners, invited stakeholders, and our directors and management staff, and the entire Ptad staff. We are here to give you an overview of the video clip for the two options. We have the facial option, where you have to make use of your phone, and you also have the fingerprint option for those that are visually impaired. I crave your indulgence to sit back, relax, watch the two different video animations that will be demonstrated. And like we said, if you have any feedback that you want us to adapt in the application, we will be delighted to welcome your comments. Thank you very much and happy viewing.
Confirmation Solution is a web-based software designed to enable pensioners easily confirm their aliveness from the comfort of their homes or neighborhood using either a smartphone or a computer system. For the facial confirmation, log on to Ptad websites on www.ptad.gov.ng using a smartphone or computer system. Click on the I Am Alive tab at the top of the page. This will take you to a page showing you the steps for the I Am Alive confirmation. Scroll to the bottom of the steps. Click on Proceed to I Am Alive confirmation to start and follow the 2 steps validation process. 1. Enter your Ptad pensioners verification number. 2. Enter your bank account number. Image from database is displayed. You're ready to begin. Take your photo. It will be validated with the existing picture in the Ptad database. Perform the aliveness check by moving your face to follow the moving object on the screen. When the aliveness check is completed, a confirmation page will display successful with a unique number. You will receive an SMS notification of the successful completion of the process. Congratulations. For I Am Alive support, please call 0814-445-5942 or 0818-424-2272 or email iamalivesupport@ptad.gov.ng. The Ptad's Pensioners I Am Alive confirmation. Secure, easy to use, and cost-effective. To use the fingerprint confirmation, you will need to access a computer system with fingerprint device for fingerprint capturing. Log on to Ptad websites on www.ptad.gov.ng using a smartphone or computer system. Click on the I Am Alive tab at the top of the page. Click here to download the SecuGen Fingerprints device driver. Extract and install on your machine. Click here to download SecuGen Fingerprints SDK. Extract and install on your machine. Click here to download the I Am Alive Confirmation desktop application. Extract and double-click on Setup to install on your machine. After a successful installation of the I Am Alive Confirmation desktop application, double-click on the application icon on the desktop to launch the application. Start the I Am Alive confirmation process following the 2 steps validation process. 1. Enter your pensioner's number. 2. Enter your bank account number. Do the fingerprint validation by placing any of your fingers on the fingerprint device for capturing. If the fingerprint is successfully captured and validated with the existing fingerprint on Ptad's database, it will display the successful message box. When the aliveness check is completed, the pensioner will receive an SMS notification of the successful completion. Congratulations! For I Am Alive support, please call 0814 445 5942 or 0818 424 2272 or email iamaliveSupports@ptad.gov.ng. The Ptad's Pensioners I Am Alive Confirmation. Secure, easy to use, and cost effective.
Okay, I'm very sure we all enjoyed those videos. Very easy, but you would notice that for both presentations, when we talk about how to begin the I Am Alive process, you are encouraged to go to Ptad website, www.ptad.gov.ng. It is important because fraudsters have a way of duplicating websites sometimes. And you may be tempted to check, for those of our mommies and daddies that use Android phone. We've had questions about downloading the application to their phone, just like you download your Bible or any other very important application from Google Play Store or Apple iStore. You can't do this with the I Am Alive. You have to go to Ptad website and follow the directions. You click on the I Am Alive tab, as has been shown in the video, and then follow the instructions. Please, it is important again to stress, only 2 unique identifiers are required. Your pensioner, your Ptad pensioner's number, and your bank account number. We do not require your BVN number. We don't require your ATM card details. We don't require your ATM card PIN. It is very important, please. And as you can see from the demonstration, it is easy, it is safe, it is secure, and it is cost effective. At all times, pensioners' welfare continues to remain Ptad's priority. If you have any questions, like we did yesterday, you check at the back of your booklet. There's a page that you can write your questions and your comments on. Yes, sir. We'll come to you in a bit, sir. Thank you. So if you have any questions, sir, just write it. Mommies, daddies, if you have any questions, at the back of your booklet, all right, there's a space for that. Just write your questions. My colleagues are around and they can collect the questions from you, or you can bring it forward to me here. And then during the interactive session, all of your questions will be handled. Dear colleagues, Ptad staff, dear colleagues, please come forward to collect the questions from our pensioners. Director PSSD has directed that you should come forward and collect the questions from our pensioners, please. Thank you. Okay, so we can fast track the interactive session. Some of the questions that we receive now will be handled by the Director of Pensioner Support Services Department, Mrs. Obiamalu. And then the rest will be taken during the interactive session much later after lunch. This is so that we can speed up the process. Thank you very much. Please, can I also have your attention? Lost but found. Is any daddy or mommy missing his eyeglasses or her eyeglasses? Lost but found. Reading glasses we found at the back where we were doing the I Am Alive confirmation process. So please, if you are missing your eyeglasses, it's a very important tool. Can't do without it. I know I'm getting to that age very soon, but please, right now, I'm very concerned for any mommy or daddy who can't see clearly. I have your glasses with me. Please, you can come forward and collect it from me if it's yours. Thank you very much.
All right. Okay, let me answer some of the questions very quickly. Okay. Somebody asked for a handbill. Please, if you look at the program for today, if you go to page 9 of the program, you will see the handbill for the I'm Alive confirmation that has all the guidelines and steps, and step-by-step of the I'm Alive solution. So it will answer all your questions about guideline and handbill. A number of questions are about how often will we do the process. We have not decided yet. We want to finish this test process, make sure we get all the feedback, adjust the application, make sure it's working well. When we have finished that, then we will then decide when we are going to start, and how often it will be, and we will inform you before we even start. So you can rest assured of that. Now, somebody asked how many times you can do either the facial or the fingerprint before you are logged out. The system right now will not log you out. We have done the system in such a way you can keep trying it until you are successful. But my advice, if you try it a couple of times and it's not going to work, let's say you keep trying the facial and it's not going to work, it's better to just go and try the fingerprint option, yes. Because nothing is going to change. Because what we noticed, some of you, the picture that you took in the verification is a bit different than the one you are going to take now. So it might not match. So no matter how many times you try it, it's not going to match, it's not going to match. So if you are not successful with the facial, just go and try the fingerprint option. So, if you recall, more I am alive. If you recall, right at the beginning, the ES mentioned that we are doing a test phase. And in that test phase, we just selected 50,000 pensioners. So if you are not, and the 50,000 are spread across the whole of Nigeria. So if you are not among the 50, it's really that you are not part of those people that are testing. Do not be concerned. What we just did was we took a random selection of people spread across the whole of Nigeria to test, but we limited it to 50,000. But when we are now ready to go live, everybody will be involved. And like I said, when that decision is made, the executive secretary will let you all know when the decision is going to be made and how often it will happen at that point. So I think I've answered most of the questions. We'll move on. During the interactive session, we can answer a few more questions.
Thank you very much, Mrs. Obiamalo. Please, a round of applause for her. We are still collating the questions, and the Director of Customs, Immigration, and Prisons Pensions Department will be handling that session just after we watch this next video. It is still also on the I Am Alive confirmation process. Remember yesterday when the Executive Secretary was speaking, she told you, for those of you who don't know, she's also a pensioner under the Defined Benefit Scheme. But if you followed her history, her work history, you can easily tell she falls under the DBS. So this next video is of the Executive Secretary demonstrating the I Am Alive confirmation process. Like she says, it's easy and it's safe and very secure. Can we have the video, please?
Hello, my name is Dr. Chioma Ejikeme, the Executive Secretary of the Pension Transitional Arrangement Directorate. Here is how you can complete your aliveness check using the I Am Alive confirmation process.
The I Am Alive confirmation solution is a web-based software designed to enable pensioners easily confirm their aliveness from the comfort of their homes or neighborhood using either a smartphone or a computer system. For the facial confirmation, log on to Ptad website www.ptad.gov.ng. Click on the I Am Alive tab at the top of the page. This will take you to a page showing you the steps for the I Am Alive confirmation. Scroll to the bottom of the steps. Click on Proceed to I Am Alive confirmation to start and follow the 2 steps validation process. 1. Enter your Ptad pensioner's verification number. 2. Enter your bank account number. You're ready to begin. Take your photo. It will be validated with the existing picture in the Ptad database. Perform the aliveness check by moving your face to follow the moving object on the screen. When the aliveness check is completed, a confirmation page will display successful with a unique number. You will receive an SMS notification of the successful completion of the process. Congratulations! For I Am Alive support, please call 081 44 45 5942 or 081 84 24 2272 or email iamalivesupport@ptad.gov.ng. Ptad Pensioners I Am Alive Facial Confirmation. Secure, easy to use and cost effective. To use the fingerprint confirmation, you will need to access a computer system with fingerprint device for fingerprint capturing. 1. Click here to download Secugen fingerprint device driver. Extract and install on your machine. Click here to download Secugen fingerprint SDK. Extract and install on your machine. Click here to download the I Am Alive confirmation desktop application. Extract and double-click on Setup to install on your machine. After a successful installation of the I Am Alive confirmation desktop application, double-click on the application icon on the desktop to launch the application. 5. To start the I Am Alive confirmation process, log on to Ptad website www.ptad.gov.ng. Click on the I Am Alive tab at the top of the page. This will take you to a page showing you the steps for the I Am Alive confirmation. Scroll to the bottom of the steps. Click on Proceed to I Am Alive confirmation to start. Follow the two-step validation. Enter your Ptad pensioner's verification number. Enter your bank account number. 6. Do the fingerprint validation by placing any of your fingers on the fingerprint device for capturing. 7. If the fingerprint is successfully captured and validated with the existing fingerprint on Ptad's database, it will display the successful message box. 8. When the aliveness check is completed, the pensioner will receive an SMS notification of the successful completion. Congratulations! For I Am Alive support, please call 081 44 45 5942 or 081 84 24 2272 or email iamalivesupport@ptad.gov.ng. The Ptad
All right, so I think we can give a round of applause for that. Thank you. And you see, it was quite easy for the executive secretary to do. I'm very sure it's also as easy, it will be as easy for all our other senior citizens. So let's continue now with the interactive session. I would like to invite the Director, Customs, Immigration and Prisons Pensions Department to handle this segment.
Good morning once again. Good morning. Thank you. The Executive Secretary, I want to get your indulgence to allow me to stand on the existing protocol. There are a few questions. The questions are such that I will require the directors to remain where they are, and just like yesterday too, not in any particular order. They will answer them. The first one I have here is, where is the location, address of the Ptad office in Ibadan? Can we have a copy of the speeches of your presentations, including that of the Executive Secretary? Well, for the office address, it will be announced before we depart for the launch, opening of the office. And of course, copies of the speeches too. I think the Ajayi. Okay, you go to our website, the copies will be available there. The second question is, some Android phones have fingerprint mode. Can the pensioners use this instead of going to the cyber cafe? Just not probably respond on that. 3, mine appreciation on the good times we are enjoying under the present administration of Ptad. Please, can you give a round of applause for the ES and our team? At the last verification, it was said that this would be, there will be no other such exercise. I want to suggest that we also be giving an ID card, just like that of the military pensioners. The Executive Secretary is looking to respond to that as well. There are some retirees whose names have been removed from the salary payment, but now, that there are retirees whose names have been removed from the salary payroll, but now they are contacting us for a way forward. What can we do for them, and urgently too? There is a case of one of our retirees in diaspora who was affected by the reform and yet to be verified, and therefore not on the payroll. How can you assist us? If any pensioners' complaints have not been addressed, is there any hope that action will be taken? So the ES want to to one or two of the questions before the other directors.
What was the last question? What did you say?
The last one was on diaspora.
Education of diaspora
because-
pensioners.
Yes. Yes, yes. So, yeah, I want you to respond to yes, ma'am, yes, ma'am.
I think the first question had to do with providing you with an ID card. It's something we are certainly going to work on. But you know, that I'm alive is now going to be the key thing. The minute you get your I'm alive verification, we know that you are alive and we start processing ID cards. Because if we say let us process ID cards for all the pensioners on our payroll, like I told you, we have a lot of ghosts on our payroll right now. And they are real ghosts. They are deceased pensioners, and most of the time, their next of kin would not come to us to tell us. The pension unions are trying because we have been telling them to help us with deceased pensioners as they know them. If you yourselves know, we accept obituary announcements. We accept, because most of the time we want a death certificate. But you know, sometimes in our environment, people don't even go and register the death of their loved one. But if you have an obituary announcement that somebody died, we accept it to remove the person from the payroll. So we would start the ID card project immediately we commence the I'm Alive. Because that ID card project is also going to help you with the health insurance project. As a matter of fact, the National Senior Citizen Center, they are trying to provide an ID card, a general for all senior citizens, which will be the pass for you for health insurance and for whatever it is. So we might even also have to work in collaboration with them so that we'll just have one ID card. If you're a pensioner and a senior citizen, it serves you for that. If you're just a senior citizen, you don't receive pension, it also serves you for that. In terms of diaspora pensioners, we have quite a lot of them. We are looking at how we are going to get that sorted. We had already started something to see how we can help them, because a lot of them are aged and they're there with their children, and their children are taking care of them, and they're not coming down this way. And the kind of verification that we do requires some form of technical knowledge of pensions. So it is not something we can really now say, okay, let the embassies already have more than enough problems that they are handling. So we're trying to also see how we can, in collaboration with the by-step process. You know, we want to first of all take care of making sure that everybody is on the payroll. But if you are a diaspora pensioner and you have been on the payroll, even if we have not verified you, so long as you send in your I'm alive from the embassy where you are, we keep you on the payroll until whenever you can come for verification. But if you have never been on the payroll and you're a diaspora pensioner, that's where we have a problem, because we've never verified you and you've never been on a payroll. And to be able to get on the payroll now, we have to verify you and generate what we call the employee code before you can get on the payroll. So that's just the situation. But be rest assured that all these things are things we have in the pipeline.
Yes, ma, just before you sit, ma, a pensioner is suggesting that could there be, since this is an excellent innovation, could Ptad also have a cyber cafe all over the country to enable pensioners have easy access and simulate I'm alive verification?
We can't do that. We can't do that. We are not a revenue generating organization. We don't do business. Our mandate is to make budgetary provisions for your pension and make sure that when they give us money, we pay and take care of your welfare. what you should actually suggest that to the pension unions. You should suggest that to the pension unions. The pension unions, that would be a way you can generate revenue have generated from that business. Abi? You know, you now have and when you come for meetings, you will use what you have generated from there to entertain the pensioners, and everybody will be happy. Like I said, though, at this age, because nobody knows when it is time. You know? So,
Thank you so much. Please, can you put your hands together for the Executive Secretary? Madam Neka, when is the commencement of the exercise, and when is the deadline for the exercise?
Are you asking about the...
I'm alive.
Okay, I've answered this question before, but I'll answer it again.
They brought it.
The question was asked earlier. Answer it again. We are currently doing the test using the 50,000 pensioners. When we have completed the test, we have completed adjusting the application to make sure that it works very well, the ES will announce when we will start, and you will know. And she will also announce how often you will need to do it at that point. While I'm here, can I quickly just also address some of these?
Yes.
Somebody asked whether pension desk officers can assist pensioners to do their MALIFE. Please, pension desk officers and union reps, we are happy if you can assist our pensioners to do the MALIFE. Somebody mentioned that we should remember to take off our face mask when we are doing our MALIFE, and that is correct. And also your glasses and your hat, especially if you didn't wear it when you did your verification, you need to take it. You need to take it off. Somebody asked a question. What is the fate of pensioners that are not in the same state? Can Lagos pensioners living in Oyo or any part of the country do it? Yes. We are not location specific. That's why we are using this technology. What we said was anywhere you are. Anywhere you are. So if you decide you want to go on holiday and you go to Australia or you go to China and you want to do your confirmation, you can do it there. You don't need to be in any specific location, as long as it's where you are. Wherever you are, wherever it's comfortable for you, just do your application. You also asked about those pensioners that are sick or who cannot read or cannot pronounce anything. What is their fate? He has said it earlier on. When everything else fails, mobile verification becomes the final option. Yeah, so you have nothing to worry about.
Just before you sit, sorry, Neka, that if we have to write to Ptad on any pressing issue, whom do you address?
The Executive Secretary. If you are writing to Ptad, you have a complaint, any question you want to ask, just direct your letter to the Executive Secretary, Pension Transitional Arrangement Directorate, 22 Katsina Ala Crescent, Mitama, Abuja.
Call out the MLIF number, phone number. Do you have MLIF phone number?
Yes, we have the MLIF phone number. Can we project it on the
Executive Secretary reads all the letters. Sometimes I read some letters that have phone numbers there and I call the pensioners.
You know it's true now because she has spoken to many of you on the phone. And then sometimes if she can't reach you, she gives our number to the pensioner for the pensioner to call. So we are always available and always willing to take your phone calls and take your inquiries. Please, can we project the phone number? There it is. Yes. It's also at the back of the program.
Yeah.
And then also at the back of the program are all the other phone numbers for even the state officers. Somebody commented that state officers are not answering their phones. Please see me after. I would like to know what state offices are not responding to your phone calls or your question is what will happen if Ptad website is jam-packed? We've asked this question ourselves and we have been assured that will not be an issue. The website as it currently is can take you all coming there, logging in, and then being taken to the I'm Alive website. So that should not be an issue.
Hello?
So if you're just putting your pensioner number and your account number, nobody can use that information to do anything. It is when you start giving them your BVN or you give them your ATM number, your ATM PIN, that's when they can access your account. But once you just stick to the pensioner verification number and the account number, you are okay.
And finally, why Ptad did not interpret in Yoruba? I think I want to, I want yes to allow the Kabiru maybe to use just 5 minutes to explain this. Director Kabiru, it's your floor. Basics.
Ẹ kú ojúmọ́ o, ẹ̀yin bàbá mi àti ìyá mi tẹ́ wà lórí ìjókòó. Ṣé dáadáa la bá yín o? Wọ́n ní fún àǹfààní bàbá àti màmá wa tí wọ́n gbọ́ èdè òyìnbó dáadáa. Wípé kí a ṣe àlàyé díẹ̀ lórí n tá a wá ṣe ń bí. Ṣé Gẹ̀ẹ́sì ẹ ṣe? Ní alákọ̀ọ́kọ́ pàtàkì tó mú wa wá síbí ni pé ká lè jíṣẹ́ ibi tá a bá ṣe dé fún yín. Nítorí kí ni? Ohun pàtàkì tó mú kíjọba dá Ptad sílẹ̀ ni fún ẹ̀yin bàbá àti màmá wa tẹ́ ẹ ti fi ìgbà èwe yín sin ìjọba. Tí wọ́n sì fún wa ní ìjọba Buhari sì fún wa ní àṣẹ wípé kí a bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí mójútó owó ìfẹ̀yìntì yín. Tá a bá rán ọmọ lájò, ó di dandan kó padà wálé wá jíṣẹ́ fẹ́ni tó rán. Nítorí ìdí èyí, irú pàdé báyìí a ti ṣe ní orígun èdè Nàìjíríà káàkiri. Ó sì wá kan ká wá sí ilẹ̀ káàárọ̀ òjíire. Pàtàkì tó mú wa wá nìyẹn. Ẹlẹ́ẹ̀kejì, ó hàn sí gbogbo yín pé a ti pe gbogbo ẹ̀yin bàbá àti màmá wa láti lè wá gba oríṣiríṣi àwọn ìwé tẹ́ fi ṣiṣẹ́. Ká gba account number yín, ká yàwòrán yín fún ti verification tá a ṣe láàrin ọdún 2015 sí ọdún 2019. Nítorí ká lè mọ̀ dájú àwọn tó tọ́ láti wà lórí payroll láti máa san owó fẹ̀yìntì fún. Nítorí nígbà tá a gba iṣẹ́ lọ́wọ́ àwọn tó manage owó fẹ̀yìntì yín tẹ́lẹ̀ kó tó di ọdún 2015, gbogbo òwe tí wọ́n kó fún wa àmúlùmálà ní gbogbo ẹ̀. Wọ́n ti da òjò pẹ̀lú àìná, wọ́n dá Àyìndé, wọ́n dàpọ̀ mọ́ Rashidi. Kó wá tó di pé àwa máa sanwó adé fún Yẹ̀kínì. Òun ló fi di dandan ká ṣe verification tá a ṣe káàkiri gbogbo orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà. Àmọ́ ó hàn sí pé ọjọ́ tá a wáyé nìkan la lè mọ̀ o. Ọlọ́run ò fún ẹ̀dá kankan ọjọ́ tá a padà. Òfin iṣẹ́ tá a sì gbé lé wa lọ́wọ́ ni wípé gbogbo ọjọ́ tọ́lọ́run bá ti sọ pé ìránṣẹ́ mi ó yá, ìjọ yẹn ni a ti lè gba pension ó dúró. Àwa rò lọ́kàn yìí pé báwo la ṣe fẹ́ ṣe tá a fi lè tẹ̀lé òfin wípé tí Ọlọ́run bá ti gbẹ̀mí ká wá ọ̀nà bá a ṣe máa dọ ẹni tí ó bá ti jẹ́ pé Ọlọ́run kúrò nínú payroll. Kó tó di pé Ptad wá sáyé, oríṣiríṣi verification náà máa ń pe àwọn bàbá àti màmá wa fúrú nǹkan báyìí tí wọ́n máa dà wọ́n láàmú. Àmọ́ ẹ rántí wípé nígbà tí olórí wa Dr. Chioma ní Nàìjíríà nígbà tí à ń ṣe verification Ptad, wọ́n ṣe ìlérí wípé this will be the last time tá a máa pè yín wá, wípé olúkálùkù kó wá fira hàn yìí tá à ń ṣe yìí o, irú ẹ̀ ò tún ní wáyé mọ́. Láti lè mú ìlérí yẹn ṣẹ, ó ní olórí wa ṣe pò wá tá a kórí jọ, tá a wá lo ohun ètò tẹkinọ́lọ́jì ayé èdè òní tí olúkálùkù fi lè ṣe àfihàn wípé mo wà láyé o, ẹ má dá pension mi dúró nínú yàrá wọn àbí ní ibi tó bá súnmọ́ wọn tí business center bá wà. Ó ní wọ́n ti ṣàlàyé fún wa pẹ̀lú gbogbo àwọn àwòrán tí wọ́n ti fi hàn wá. Ẹ̀bẹ̀ tá à ń bẹ̀ yín ni wípé nítorí pé kò ṣeé ṣe kíká kó gbogbo àwọn pensioner tó wà ní South West sínú ojú kan náà, ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ẹ wá síbí tẹ́ ẹ fojú rí, ẹ jọ̀ọ́ nítorí Ọlọ́run ẹ bá wa fi tó àwọn tí wọ́n lè wá. Ẹ̀yin àgbà lẹ máa ń pòwe pé tọ́mọ ò bá bá ìtàn ó dandan kó bá àrọ́bá, ẹ sì ní àrọ́bá ní bàbá àtàn. So àwọn tí wọ́n sì ń bí, ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ẹ dákun ẹ bá fi tó wọn létí, nítorí so that kò ní sí ààyè àwọn oníṣẹ́ ibi, àwọn onímọ̀dàrú, àwọn aríjẹ́nu mọ̀dàrú kí wọ́n wá máa sọ ọ̀rọ̀ nǹkan tí Ptad ò ṣe kán máa fi wá gba owó lọ́wọ́ àwọn bàbá àti màmá wa. Ẹlẹ́ẹ̀kẹta, olórí wa ṣe àlàyé wípé gbogbo ẹni tó bá ní ìṣòro lè ṣe àmàláìf yìí. Nọ́mbà tẹ́ ẹ lè pè wá sí wọ́n ti fi hàn lórí àwòrán lẹ́ẹ̀kan, ẹ dákun ẹ kọ sílẹ̀. Gbogbo ẹni tó bá ní ẹni ìṣòro láti lè ṣe àmàláìf wọn kí wọ́n pe nọ́mbà yẹn.
2272
Ó ní wọ́n fi
or
ẹjọ́
email IamAlive 2272.
a tún ní email address ti sí email address yẹn.
Sheleng.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni, eléyìí iamalivesupport@ptad.gov.ng. Tí ẹ bá mọ ìkankan nu eléyìí, àwọn chairman pension union yín ẹ pè wọ́n, ẹ sọ fún wọn. Gbogbo wọn ni wọ́n ní phone number olórí oko wa lọ́wọ́, tí wọ́n sì ní phone number wa náà lọ́wọ́. Wọ́n lè pè wá lọ́gán láti lè fi tó wa létí gbogbo ìṣòro tẹ́ bá ní. A sì ṣèlérí pé láṣẹ Ìdùmarè a ó mú kí ìṣòro náà kó dohun gbàgbé. Èyí tó wá ṣe kókó, Elédùmarè nínú ọlá ńlá ẹ̀ ló jẹ́ kẹ́ ẹ ṣiṣẹ́ ìjọba láṣeyọrí o, tó sì jẹ́ kẹ́ ẹ wà láyọ̀ àtàlàáfíà láti lè gba owó ìfẹ̀yìntì yín. Àwọn kan wà tí orúkọ wọn ò jọ pé ká pè wọ́n ní olórí ibú, àwọn má ṣàǹfààní tí wọ́n ṣe tán àti lè gba owó yín lọ́wọ́ yín. Nítorí Ọlọ́run, olórí wa ti sọ wípé Ptad ò ní béèrè 1 naira ṣíṣì, tọ́rọ́ kọ́bọ̀ tó yọ, wọn ò ní béèrè lọ́wọ́ ẹnìkankan o, láti sọ wípé láti lè wá jẹ́ kí gbogbo complaint tí wọ́n ní láti lè solve ẹ̀. Ṣé ẹ mọ̀ yí pé ẹ̀yin àgbàlẹ̀ máa ń pòwe pé ó lé ní máa ń pe tòta kó wájà o. ẹni tí ò bá ṣe tán láti wáfà kò ní rófò kó tó di pé olórí ibú kan ó ro gbà lọ́wọ́ yín á dàbí ẹni pé ẹnìkan tí ò fẹ́ wá gbé complain ẹ̀ wá bá Ptad tó ń wọ́nà wúrúkú láti lè gbá ọ̀nà àti ṣe ló máa bọ́ sírú wọn lọ́wọ́ o gbogbo ẹni tó bá jẹ́ pensioner Ptad tòótọ́ lórí atótónu tá a ti ń sọ láti bí ọdún 5 sẹ́yìn kò ní lọ kó fẹ́ni kankan wípé wá bá òun solve problem òun nítorí náà a tún ń tẹnumọ́ ẹ jọ̀ọ́ torí Ọlọ́run ẹ má fẹ́ nìkan ní kọ́bọ̀ tó yọ láti jẹ́ yí pé complaint ẹ bá ní láti lè wá bá gbogbo state offices ta ní àwọn office ta ní káàkiri gbogbo state wa ní Nàìjíríà ó wà lẹ́yìn pépà tó wà lọ́wọ́ yín ètò bá wù yín nínú ẹ̀ tó súnmọ́ yín lẹ́lẹ̀ lọ. Ǹjẹ́ mo ti ṣetán báyìí mo wíire àbí ń wíire.
Àbí. On that note, the Executive Secretary has requested that we open the question and answer session. Please, if there are other people that want to raise an issue from this side, can I have your hands up? Any question, any observation, any suggestion? Okay, Baba. Okay. No, don't worry. They'll meet you there. Just stay there. But before then, hold on.
Okay, good afternoon again. I'm just looking at a text message. This is a text message that is from a fraudster to a pensioner. And the fraudster is telling the pensioner that they should call Ptad to verify and include your name in batch B payroll for monthly pension, short payment, and accumulated arrears in your Access Bank. Please, I want you to be very clear. Ptad does not do this. We do not put your name in batches and then call you and ask you for any information. When you come to Ptad, you fill in your complaint form, isn't it? And that complaint form, we resolve it and we pay you whatever is due to you. If Ptad is going to contact you, it may be to get further information about your complaint. But he will never call you to tell you, oh, your name is in batch this, or your file is going here, or you need to give money in order for your file to be processed. It cannot happen. Please, if any fraudster calls you and tells you that your file is being processed, and therefore you need to, is a fraudster, you can copy his name and send it to us and we can investigate. But do not have any interaction with that person. If anybody sends you a text message like this, telling you that you need to verify yourself, is a fraudster. Do not answer him. Delete. So you have been told time and time again, Ptad does not ask you for money for your entitlement, for what is due to you. And Ptad will not ask you for money to process your entitlement. Anybody asking you for that is a fraudster. Please, thank you.
Thank you, Madam. Yes, the Baba with red cap.
Yes, we want Ptad to assist us by directing us to where we can buy the ink pad. That is the fingerprint pad, the light. Because one of the directors suggested, most of the state associations can establish cyber cafe to assist their members. So we will need to get that acceptable one with infrared light. So maybe you can assist to that.
Okay, the next person there. Nika, you're not in the question. Ink pad.
My name is Jagun Abiodun, Chairman, Federal University of Agricultural Pension Association. That their pension has been stopped since 2019, August 2019 or so. And we looked for their documents on their file. We could not get the documents, like first letter of appointment, last promotion, all these things. We know Ptad has come to collect all the files. I want to suggest that by the last time we came to Ptad, we saw most of the files thrown about, not stored properly. I want to suggest that can these files be returned to the appropriate places, like universities, college education, so that when this requests come, it will be handy for us to get all those documents from their file. Thank you.
Okay, let's respond to these two concerns.
Good afternoon once again, sir, my fathers and mothers. For the fingerprint device, the technical details of that device, we'll get it. And my colleague, Madam Nneka Obiamalu, the Director for Pension Support Services Department, would forward those to each one of the union executives so that you would then be able to get it as a way of providing support for our pensioners. With respect to the issue of the files that you talk about, we are already looking towards a means of digitizing those documents and the records in those files so that we can thereafter then return the files to you. We're currently about to start a project at our archive center, Brefina, to shelve and store all of the files that we took from verification and all of the policy files and the pensioners file that we got from the agencies at inception. As soon as this is sorted, we'll then get in touch with you to be able to look for a way to set up a process towards transferring these files back to you. But for those specific pensioners, what I would suggest that we do is that if the head of the institution, either the provost or the vice chancellor, can write a letter of introduction for those specific pensioners. You elders will say, you cannot know Bombo a passing mama. You are the one that knows these individuals better than us. So if you can write a letter of introduction signed by either the VC or rector or the bossa only, then we can accept that letter of introduction showing the career details of the pensioner along with the letter of aliveness from the embassy. We can accept that as alternative document to restore the diaspora pensioner to the payroll. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Ogakabil. Okay. Okay, Baba in the second row. Thank you, sir.
We thank you very much for the information we have received today. And as support for Ptad and for our members, we want to take advantage of the advice of the ES and say to our members, especially those that are in the cities, please obtain a system, computer system with this fingerprint that can be of help to our members. The union can do a better job than the cyber cafe. Please, let us take it as a project. And in this connection, I want to tell those that are in the city of Ibadan that they are very fortunate. Fortunate in the sense that that pensioners building at Agbarigo in Ibadan here is well stocked with computer systems. I've consulted the Secretary of the State, and he has told me that obtaining a fingerprint device is the easiest thing for them to do. So if you have difficulty verifying yourself, please go to Agbarigo. You will be assisted, and it will be more, convenient for you. There's a video clip where the ES did her registration. I am requesting that this video clip should be made available to the two unions, FEPAN and NUP, to help us educate our members further at whatever forum we have. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Yes, Baba.
The executive secretary said something about ghost pensioners, that they know they are ghost pensioners, but they cannot do anything about it because they have no evidence to show that they are dead. I just want to ask Ptad, there are millions, if not billions of naira sitting in banks in this country. The banks are sitting on the money, which it does not belong to them. How does Ptad go about retrieving this money? Because if you have this money, it's going to help Ptad in solving many of the pensioners' problems in this country.
In fact, ES would want to respond to that. I will have said something, but she's here herself. So
Thank you very much. As a matter of fact, just about a month or two ago, we had to pull off the case we took to court. We had gone to court to help the banks. And that was what we wanted to do. To help the banks help us. To kind of get, I'm not a lawyer, so I don't know their technical, what's the technical language? Yes, to get a kind of court order to enable the banks give us information concerning accounts that are inactive. Because, so long as we continue to pay your pension into your account, into an account, the account will not go dormant. You know that. But if the pensioner is dead and nobody is taking money from that account, the account will be inactive. That is to say, there will be no movement out of that account. So, and when you have such an account, there are two things that could happen. One is that the pensioner is actually deceased and nobody else is operating that account. The second option could be a diaspora pensioner who is very comfortable where he is and he doesn't have any need to touch the money, right? So you wouldn't be seeing withdrawals, but you will only be seeing the credit coming in from Ptad. So asking the banks to tell us such accounts, the banks considered it disclosing privileged information, for which somebody could take them to court. So that was why we went to court, to help them. But they themselves now came against us. We're still working on it. All these things, we think them out because we're looking for how to retrieve our money. Like you rightly said, we have a lot of money sitting in the banks. We even had a meeting with the bankers committee, right? What is it called again? No. The compliance officers. They normally have is it a monthly meeting or so? So we came into their monthly meeting to make this request. We haven't relented because we now want to go to the head. If the Central Bank of Nigeria can help us step in to look at all the accounts of our pensioners, we'll start from answer to question. At least when we see the inactive accounts, we can now begin to sift them and do a kind of check. We know how we do our checks to know whether our pensioner is still alive. So we will now have a group of people that we can now specifically even call them and say, come and verify yourself or something. And if they don't show up, we now know what else to do, right? So it is a challenge. But, you know, there are a lot of things we are trying to put in place. We inherited a lot of problems, and we're just taking them step by step and trying to make sure that in the course of attacking all these problems, that we are still able to continue to take care of you people and not get unnecessarily distracted. But on a global level, the I'm Alive is one way that will knock everybody, one technology that will knock everybody out. Whether your account is inactive or active or not, we don't care. If you don't confirm that you are alive, we consider you dead. Because we also have situations whereby pensioners are deceased and their next of kin are collecting money from that account. Because at a certain age, you won't be using your ATM card. You give your child a PIN, he will even be the one to generate the PIN and everything. So they continue to do that. Even when the ATM card expires, there's internet banking. They can use internet banking or this, whatever, and transfer money. So we are aware of all those challenges, and we are working out strategies to make sure that we take care of them. Yes. We actually started what we started from the legal department. You know what I mean? The action that we took came from the legal department. Like I said earlier, I'm not a lawyer. But if there are lawyers here who have any superior information to tell us, we really appreciate that. The issue of the Freedom of Information Act, the freedom of information, well, I don't know. I will talk to the legal department and see whether that is an option we can take.
6 months NEPA consequential adjustment. Mr. Kabiru.
Yes, my question is directly to you. I'm a union functionary. Precisely, I'm the Southwest Zonal Secretary of the LST Sector Retirees Welfare Association. Now, I have a lot of my members whose monthly stipend was stopped just for 1 month. I have arrears of them 2016, 2017 up to date. Just and everything, there is no solution. Please, I want to know what would be the solution to that. I have my files and my records on that. That is 1, 2. Please don't forget, you have not told us where this Ptad office will be in Ibadan here. I'm interested in that.
Yes, please. I actually wanted to comment on the idea of deceased pensioners. The scriptures say righteousness exalts a nation. Basically, all the pension sectors have union leaders that receive checkups every month. Why can we, for God's sake, not help this body succeed? In the Southwest, assist to colleagues. In my own particular branch, Dr. Fatusin is my name. I belong in the Adiyemi College of Education, and I'm the Southwest Zonal Congress for FCEs. What I do, I make a review every time And I give an incentive for that. Anybody who is dead will give a token of 10,000 naira to the family. And so the family wants to come and report. Our father died, though. Where is the evidence? Show us the evidence as he's dead. We'll document it. By the time 1, 2, 3, we forward it to Ptad in writing. Use the letterhead of the union. Sometimes we even use longhand and say, these fellows are already dead. Please remove their name from the payroll. And it will be done. There was another case in which, because we keep on drumming it into their heads that it is criminality for you to take double pension. Somebody belongs in the military payroll, military pensions payroll. And he was still on Ptad pensions payroll. So after drumming these things, about 2 or 3 of them came forward. Okay, me, I don't want to go prison. What can I do for Ptad to stop it? Thank you very much. Give me your details. And he did. And we wrote to Ptad. These people that they belong a military pensions payroll. And this problem that is arising now will not arise if you have done the correct thing. You know that your colleague is dead, report it. Don't say you want to allow them to be taking the money. Don't. You are not doing any good. It is God to say the man should go. He has gone. One way or the other, all of us will go one after the other until the kingdom of God comes. When he says he will swallow up death forever. But for we keep dying. So if anybody dies, report to Ptad.
Thank you so much, Dr. Fatusi. We appreciate your comment. And
the Esprewa issue and the issue of yes, see, yesterday I recall when Mr. Kabiru was making his presentation, he told you that sometimes payments fail at the platform, right? But then whenever we have such a situation, this payment doesn't, if the payment was coming out from our account that we can see, you know what I mean? It's easy for us to immediately reconcile and all of that. So normally the fastest way for us is that we normally ask for the statement of account of that pensioner to prove, and you have given them. Please meet Mr. Kabiru. Huh? Meet Mr. Kabiru after. Has he told you about this? Meet Mr. Kabiru. It's not a big problem at all. We resolve it, the whatever it is that. Pardon? That 1 month. Did it affect everybody? When was this? When was this? Recently? That failed payment of 1 month. When did it happen? When did, like what year? 16. Okay. They have to bring statements of account. That period, the business said they didn't get. And since it has taken that long, you probably need more because we don't know whether we will be able to check and know. Just meet Mr. Kabiru. We are going to do that. We're certainly going to do that. And also, having said that, our pension offices will also be centers where you can go for your Life confirmation. We will certainly have that. Dr. Fatusi was trying to encourage the pension unions to help us. Let me seize this opportunity to recognize Dr. Fatusi for being the most troublesome pension union executive that we have. Oremia Tata, that's what I call him. I only met him for the first time yesterday. But we have quarreled, we have fought, have shouted until he became Oremi Atata. Pensioners, to make sure that they're well taken care of. And I think that other pension union executives should try their very best to emulate him. But having said that, when pension executives are sending us the death, there are certain things we need. Because if you send us a name, we have so many name coincidences on our database. Name is Olusegun Adebayo. There might be so many other Olusegun Adebayo. So we need unique identifiers. So we always like to be given either, given the bank and the account number of that pensioner if it is known. Now, if you give us the pension number too, that would help us easily pull out the pensioner. So sometimes the pension union send us list of deceased pensioners and we don't remove them. And the reason we don't remove them is because it's ambiguous. We cannot say that this is who this pensioner, your state secretariat, Agodi, Ibadan. I think we are going to go there after you would have had lunch. I don't think all of you would be able to come, but some pension union executives who can make it, you are invited. It's just to, commission the place and declare it open for use. The Ministry of Establishment and Training, or your state secretariat, Agodi, Ibadan. Agodi, Ibadan.
Thank you so much, the Executive Secretary.
Thank you. The Executive Secretary, Ma, I would like you to note that it's not only about Dr. Vatusi. It's not that my father died at the age of 93, 2 years ago. And immediately, I wrote a letter to Ptad asking them to stop his pension. It was immediately stopped, but nobody cared to write a letter. Collected, if the letter was received, they didn't, they I want to believe that pensioners will be is failing. It will be wrong to have a notion or to believe in the notion that pensioners are not honest. However, I'm the National Secretary of NIPOST. If I'm in Lagos and someone dies in Sokoto, there's no way I can know if I'm not briefed. May the Lord help us. I want to believe it is the family that should inform us. However, I want to believe that this I am alive confirmation will put an end to all these things. The reason why we are cooperating with you and we have agreed that what you are about to do or what you are doing is good is the fact that we believe that this thing will put an end to all these agitations. The Lord will bless you. Also, Ma, I know some of my colleagues here may not agree with me. After the last stakeholder forum that we had, I remember I raised some issues of some bad debts. People that are not receiving their monthly. And I gave a typical example of a man in Osun State who is over 90-something years old, almost 100. To my surprise, 2 weeks after, he was paid. I want to say that Ptad is trying in that line. However, I want Ptad to move forward. A rider to that, or going forward, is that when you pay these people, let the sector concerned be informed that so person have been paid. You'll be surprised that these same people or their children will still come back to us to be troubling us, asking us to represent papers which are not supposed to be represented. I don't know why, as sector heads, we are not allowed to have information concerning the payment. This is very, very important. May the Lord bless you.
Thank you so much. Thank you for your comment. Thank you for observation. Yeah. Baba. Yes, Baba.
How are you, sir? How are you, sir?
Fine, fine.
Good afternoon, pensioners. My name is Alaji Oyewo. I'm a NEPA patient pensioner. I want to ask 2 questions. The first question is about our 6 months. They paid NEPA pensioners from arrears about 2-3 months ago, and they said that money has been paid along with it. Then my question is that if that money has been paid about it, the principal account should apply. In our land, they should tell us the money has been paid. The second one, before they bundle us to Ptad in 2014, modernization, amortization, ideas, implementation were made by our NENCO before they bundle us to Ptad. And since then, some of our colleagues who had got that money in 2014, we are still waiting for our own. During the exercise we did in 2019, we indicated it. Up till now, we have not got anything.
Dr. Kabiru,
Mr.
Kabir Yusuf, Director PAPD. I guess you had his question? Yes. Benny. Eba.
Good afternoon, my fathers and mothers. If you would recall, when I was making my presentation yesterday, and also when ES gave a welcome address, we said that one of the milestone achievements we had in December 2021 was the implementation of the 9.7% pension increment circular for pensioners of PSCN, which is their own alternate increment to the 33% that was given to all other pensioners. That circular directed that it should take effect from June 2016. And that payment was made in December along with the 6 months of consequential pension adjustment. It was combined together. So you will not see 2 credits on your bank account statement. You would not see 2 separate credit alerts. You will see one bulk amount in your bank account. If you require clarification to get the breakdown of this, we are happy to show you. But every bona fide alive PSCN pensioner on the payroll as at December 2021 was paid. But it was a single en bloc payment. If any PSCN pensioner has not received, please use our complaints email address and number to get in touch with us. We are happy to explain to you. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Okay, one more question. Okay, Baba in blue.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Mukaila Abizogo Gumbote, Chairman, Naples, Lagos. Please, I want to lay emphasis on this stopping of people's money. I believe that Ptad should improve on this issue because it causes majority of pensioners a serious frustration. Because when you complain at the Ptad office at the TBS, they will ask them, go and bring your bank statement. When they brought that bank statement, it's not took almost 2 or 3 months, they will go back again, complain, and they will still repeating, go and bring your bank statement. After they are not frustrated, these people, they will forgo this money. And up to today, almost 3 of them that they are not collected the first 12 months of confidential payment. These people are frustrated. Almost 6 times, they will ask them, go and make your bank statement, your vacation slip. Every time they are going, I believe that Ptad should improve on the system of a company. And even the number they will give you to call, that when you have a complaint, when you call that number 20 times, nobody will pick it. Nobody will pick that number. So all this thing is a out of consideration. And I want everybody to put on note. This pension is a life of a pensioner. If anything do back, they will start achieving and they develop a sickness. They will say, what does it happen? Please, it's not an issue that anybody should talk with. Anything that you have to do the right of the pensioner. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir. I want to immediately let you know that Ptad does not stop anybody's pension. Ptad does not stop anybody's pension. And when we have to, there are certain things that will make us stop your pension. One is the one of non-verification, of which, like I had said, we sent messages to all the pension unions and pension desk officers, informing them that these people did not present themselves for verification. And as a result, we don't consider them bona fide pensioners, and we're going to remove them from the payroll until proven otherwise. Now, the reason why you have things like what this man was describing, I had told you, is what we call failed payments. And it's a system problem. It's a technology problem. Has absolutely nothing to do with Ptad. It's something, and it rarely happens. It's not even something that happens all the time. It rarely happens. On upload, on the system, that, like I said, we don't have any bank account. The whole thing is online. So sometimes the payment will fail. And by the time we get, we are not the custodians of that. So sometimes we now request for the failed payments from GIFMIS. We do a post-audit of the account. You understand? We are still having issues with that reconciliation with GIFMIS. In fact, one of the things we have said we must do this year is we're going to have a stakeholder engagement with GIFMIS, because we know how sensitive it is for pensioners. We don't joke with pensioners getting their monthly pension. We don't joke with that. I was so happy when one of the pensioners walked up to me now to show me his alert. He has gotten his alert. He said, come and see. I said, yes, we finalized it before we left. That he hasn't gotten dropped. It has to do between the CBN, your bank, and all of that. But before we left Abuja to come here, we had finalized pension payments. So this is how it will just start dropping gradually, gradually. He has received his alert for, and you've received as well. Too many people won't take up their hands. Or hey, another one has received. Don't worry, you've received too. You know, nobody wants to say, oh, before somebody stops them outside to say, come and bring some. Anyway, so I want you people to rest assured. And I keep saying it everywhere we go. Trust us. Your welfare is our priority. I insist on that in Ptad. I don't, mess around with that. Your welfare is our priority. Anything we can do to make sure that you get your payments regularly, seamlessly, we will do. But also understand that we've inherited so much. We haven't started what I will call floating. We still have a lot of problems we are trying to solve to get to the, what do you call it? There's a terminology they use for that. To get to when we will just be floating, sailing, what we'll be doing will now be routine. Up till now, we are still validating verification. Up till now, we are still computing people who have arrears. Up till now, we are still saddled with the problems of defunct agencies, where you belong. You heard what the man from National Salaries, Incomes and Wages Commission said yesterday. If people really paid attention, they think people are a distraction to Ptad. Am I wrong? They don't think we have any business taking care of these defunct agencies based on the terms of their privatization. I'm just saying this to you. And these defunct agencies, you should be so grateful to the government of President Muhammadu Buhari, who decided that you will not suffer. National Salaries, Incomes and Wages Commission, they are querying also. Who are these people? Are they part of your mandate? So we have a lot. The expectations are high, but I want people to appreciate the fact that we've come a long way from where we started. And it's still a work in progress. We have not yet gotten there, but by the special grace of God, we will.
Man, you can do better. Please put your hands again for her. Yeah, that's better. Thank you, ma. I appreciate the ES and the team at Ptad. May God bless you people in abundance. My question goes to people about the severed people, the right-sized people in 2007. At the verification center, they told us, whatever you have as grievances, go there and complain, which some of us did. And after some time, a letter was written, signed by Mr. Kabiru Yusuf to us. Until now, nothing was done about it. That particular grievances is receiving attention. So please help us out of this issue.
Mr. Kabiru Yusuf. CSD, what is happening to the launch?
Once again, good afternoon to my fathers and mothers. With respect to severed pensioners, if you go into a little bit of history, you will recall that severance of pensioners or severance of ex-workers was carried out under the Public Service Reform Initiative of the then federal government. Do we agree? Now, so there was an agency that was created to manage that exercise. That agency was the Bureau for Public Service Reforms, BPSR. Now, when that exercise was going to take place, agencies were asked to identify, based on some criteria, their workers that fall under the category to be severed. They made this list, sent it to Bureau of Public Service Reforms, and on the basis of that, their entitlements were computed and determined. However, there was a bit of challenge and difficulty in the implementation of that severance. The severance was supposed to take place officially in 2006. However, some of our agencies did not implement until 2007. In fact, records showed that the workers identified to be severed continued to receive salary up until 2007. When their entitlements were going to be paid, it was computed on the basis of 2006 salary structure, when a new salary structure had taken effect in 2007. So there was immediately issue of short payment of entitlement. That's one. Secondly, even the entitlement that was wrongly computed, some of them were not paid in full. They were paying in installments. And it was carried over till this time. So what we have done is to work with Bureau of Public Service Reforms to ensure that this claim can be settled. Up till today, BPSR is still receiving funds from government. These claims. So if you have any such claim, you can send it to us. We will forward it to BPSR, copy you, so that you can follow up towards ensuring that it can be concluded. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Mr. Kabiru, I will answer his question. Can you play? Okay. Can they play that tension?
Alive Confirmation Solution is a web-based software designed to enable pensioners easily confirm their aliveness from the comfort of their homes or neighborhood using either a smartphone or a computer system. For the facial confirmation, log on to Ptad websites on www.ptad.gov.ng using a smartphone or computer system. Click on the I Am Alive tab at the top of the page. This will take you to a page showing you the steps for the I Am Alive confirmation. Scroll to the bottom of the steps. Click on Proceed to I Am Alive confirmation to start and follow the 2 steps validation process. 1. Enter your Ptad pensioner's verification number. 2. Enter your bank account number. Image from database is displayed. You're ready to begin. Take your photo. It will be validated with the existing picture in the Ptad database. Perform the aliveness check by moving your face to follow the moving object on the screen. When the aliveness check is completed, a confirmation page will display successful with a unique number. You will receive an SMS notification of the successful completion of the process. Congratulations. For I Am Alive support, call 0814-445-5942 or 0818-424-2272 or email iamalivesupport@ptad.gov.ng. The Ptad's Pensioners I Am Alive confirmation. Secure.
àròyìn kẹ́mọ́ tí ì lọlé wọ́n bí òjò kékeré táàdì ní àwọn fẹ́ fún yín ní nǹkan kan kẹ́ ẹ̀ tó lọlé mọ́ kẹ́jú lọ kẹ́ ẹ dúró kẹ́ ẹ gbà tí yín kẹ́ ẹ tó lọ. àwọn tí wọ́n lẹ̀ fún ní accommodation lánàá wọ́n ní ká sọ fún yín pé kẹ́yìn náà dúró ẹ máa rí Mr. Thomas.
Start
so tá a bá ti parí báyìí ẹjọ́ kẹ́ ẹ rí kẹ́ ẹ tẹ̀sẹ̀ dúró díẹ̀ Thomas máa ó máa ṣètò yẹn. yàtọ̀ fẹ́lẹ̀ yìí wọ́n ní ká ẹ mọ́ kanjú lọ kẹ́ ẹ dúró díẹ̀ so that wọ́n lè fún ní nǹkan kékeré tó máa lè assist láti gbé dé àdúgbò yín so ẹ mọ́ kanjú lọ ètò wà fún gbogbo.
If the fingerprint is successfully captured and validated with the existing fingerprint on Ptad's database, it will display the successful message box. When the aliveness check is completed, the pensioner will receive an SMS notification of the successful completion. Congratulations! For I Am Alive support, please call 0814-445-5942 or 0818-424-2272 or email iamalivesupport@ptad.gov.ng. The Ptad's Pensioners I Am Alive confirmation. Secure, easy to use, and cost effective.
Hello, my name is Dr. Chioma Ejikeme, the Executive Secretary of the Pension Transitional Arrangement Directorate. Here is how you can complete your aliveness check using the I Am Alive confirmation process.
The I Am Alive confirmation solution is a web-based software designed to enable pensioners easily confirm their aliveness from the comfort of their homes or neighborhood.